Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Where you at?
Ha. Yeah, many a rapping boys out here telling baby. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. I'm calling that boxer since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I don't know if he was champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak with little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chat, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandal. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Hey, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Taking on a little bit of blues right now. There we are. Daniel Berry, my brother. Thank you much for stopping by. September 19th, 1978. Mike Rossman wins the WBA title from Victor Galindez. This was at the Louisiana Superdome. A big upset, huge upset. This was on the undercard, I believe, of Muhammad Ali, the rematch with Leon Spinks. People did not expect Mike Rossman to win a title. Let me get a little buzz on first over here, man. I got some glitter bomb enjoying this evening. Light is starting to fade away, but I should have enough. Hey, Yankee Kyle, my brother. Mike Rossman, they called him the Jewish bomber. He fought out of Philadelphia. Lived in New Jersey, but trained in Philadelphia. In fact, I should have had my brother Terrible Tim up here with me because Terrible Tim trained with Mike Rossman. This glitter bomb is some nice stuff here too. Let me get the. It's a very, very nice indica on a Sunday night, winding down here, and I just wanted to come on and share this because my brother's from Vintage Boxing. There he is, my man Carl Kangaroo Hansen, man. So, my brother's from Vintage Boxing. He lets me show his fights on here, so I don't get tagged with a copyright or anything. So we're gonna go back to 1978. 1978, that was a crazy, crazy year for me. Is the music too loud? Let me know, brother. Let me know. If it's too loud, I can stop it or cut it down. I hope it's okay. I like when there's something going on in the background. Doing my thing over here. Ace. This stuff is called glitter bomb. I got it from this place called 24 Hour Farms. Glitter glitter bomb, 28 grams, lab results, everything is in here. But I transferred it from this bag where it's not a very good shipping bag, I don't think. And I put it in my medicine jars, right? The old glitter bomb on there, so I know exactly what it is. And I'll tell you, this stuff, the smell. Carl, you know, how can you complain about life? You know, I make the best of what I have. I got a beautiful woman that I have with me, man. I got that herb, the nice bud, and this glitter bomb is some nice stuff. I got my dog who likes me. Look at this beautiful bud. Let me see if I can show that off before I keep this stuff under wraps here. Oh, the smell is heavenly. I have to get my ass up a little bit to do this so I can show that to my. Look at that bud, man. Look at that bad boy. That darkness in there. I mean, that thing is. It almost looks like it was rolled in resin, you know? And see, you know, we got this new 1040p that there. Is that what it is? 1040, 1060, whatever it is, but StreamYard's giving us that option now to show this stuff crystal clear. That's good and that's bad. See, the good thing about it is you can see the richness of those nice buds. But the bad thing about it is, dude, you'd be able to see the boogers up my nose if I don't freaking clean my ears out. You know, it's high definition, so you gotta keep yourself well groomed over here. Danny Garcia, man. You know, I'd like to show you what Tim. You know, last night we did a show, and let me see if I can dig that up. It was hilarious, man. It was freaking hilarious. Nah, I don't think I'd be able to find it. But anyway, man, when he saw what happened to Danny Garcia, he took that. When I was watching, I thought it was a body punch because the way he went down, he took a knee. You know, and then I looked at the replay, and that was a real sloppy left hand to the cheek, basically. And EJ, it was pitiful. It was sad, man. It was sad. The things that boxers are getting away with now. Oh, it was hilarious. It was, and you know, the funny thing is, he didn't even know that the Canelo Alvarez was fighting last night. Until I told him, I called him up. He thought we were just going to talk some boxing. He didn't know there was going to be a fight on. Where's my lighter? See, these lighters, they disappear. And this one's just about dying, so I hope it gets me through. But Mike Rossman and Victor Galindez, let me tell you about that fight, 1978. And 1978, I did coke the whole year. That was my introduction to the hard drugs. And I was one of the few people around to have the cocaine because it wasn't that popular. You know, the connection I had that gave it to me was my weed connection. But he said, "You think you can do something with this?" He had like 4 or 5 ounces of primo rock, and I'm like, yeah, I think I can do something with that. Anyway, I did something with that, all right, man. I became addicted to the stuff, and the whole year of 1978 was like that was my year in a snowstorm. But a lot of things I can still remember when I think back about it. And one of the great things was the fight between Victor Galindez and Mike Rossman. I was watching it up in my apartment, laid out as usual. It died. It died. Well, I'm gonna have to break out the torch, I guess. I have to break out the crack pipe for this one. No crack in this house, man. This is he's just a dabbing, but fire is fire. This thing is better. This is like hitting it with a 12 gauge, where the other leg is like a BB gun. This is a fucking flamethrower. Look at this sucker. That's we're in the house down with that son of a bitch. Let me get back to boxing over here. Victor Galindez was the light heavyweight champ of the world at the time. First of all, let me tell you about Mike Rossman. My brother, flawless Mark mentality, flawless Dr. Mark, man, flawless mentality, elevation. I mean, you change your name as much as I do, brother, but I'll always know you as Dr. Mark Stearns, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Good to see you in here. If you want to hear a little bit about a fight that happened on this day in 1978. What was 1978? This is 2024. So that was what? That's 50. Not quite 50 years ago. 46 years ago. Whew. Wow, does time fly? Does time fly? But see, Victor Galindez, he was a dominant light heavyweight champ. Victor Galindez was beating everybody. Your birth year. All right, Carl. Damn. I was all over the place that year, too, so, my son. BDO Boxing, there he is, man. Shout out to you, brother. Always good to see you in here, man. But anyway, I read about this cat. They called him the Jewish bomber, Mike Rossman. And Jews in boxing, not very, very common back in the late 70s. You know, it was back in the early days. You had the Ghetto Wizard. You had Benny Lennon. There were a lot of Jews boxing, but in '78, there weren't a lot of them. And Mike Rossman, actually, he was an Italian. His name was Mike Di Piena, and he used his mother's maiden name, Mike Rossman. And he was a tough kid, man. He was, man, just a 175-pounder, and he was determined, and he had the killer instinct. I was reading about him in the boxing magazines, and I saw him get beat by Mike Quarry in a decision. And I'm saying, oh man, Mike Quarry, he's good, but he's not that good. And getting beat by Mike Quarry, I don't know if you're gonna come out to be the what we expected of you. But anyway, he kept at it again. He got a rematch with Quarry, and this time he defeated Quarry by majority decision. And that set up a fight with another fight with Mike Quarry. This was in Madison Square Garden, and I think this was on the undercard of Muhammad Ali and Ernie Shavers in 1977. And Mike Rossman destroyed Mike Quarry. Busted him up, beat him up. I thought Mike Quarry was going to win. We were kind of hoping to see Quarry one more run because Mike Quarry just got destroyed by Bob Foster. Knocked him out like somebody shot him dead. But anyway, Mike Rossman beat him up. Looked really good in the process. And I'm like, okay, man, the Jewish bomb is going to do something. Let's start watching this guy. Kept my eye on him, and he rose in the rankings. But then he ran into Yaki Lopez, Alvaro Yaki Lopez. I talk about him on here a lot, man. A big nemesis of many boxers in the late 70s and the early 80s. But Yaki Lopez stopped Mike Rossman. Mike wasn't a dedicated trainer, so he'd go off and he would drink and he would party, and he wasn't in shape. And Yaki Lopez, the veteran, knocked him out in New York. Came east. Rossman, being a Philly man, knocked him out in Madison Square Garden. Rossman still went on to a couple of victories, and then they put him in the ring with Victor Galindez, and man, I didn't think he had a chance against Galindez. And Victor Galindez is another one, man. If you haven't heard of Victor Galindez, he was from Argentina. He was the light heavyweight champion. He fought from 1969 to 1980, and man, I'll tell you, he fought everybody. He was always on the tube. Let me go into the record and look at the career of Galindez, because he fought out of Argentina, so he fought. I see the Argentinian flag under all his fights here. And South Africa. Pierre Fourier. He was a top light heavyweight at the time in South Africa. Jorge Amanda, another top light heavyweight. He beat him. When did he win the title? Let me see. I'm looking to see when he won the title in BoxRec, and BoxRec doesn't recognize WBA titles anymore. So they're not even showing him as a title fight. But I think now, looking back on it, he won the title from, was it Cozy Smith in South Africa? Oh, I think it was Pierre Fourier. But anyway, he had a title run where he beat Richie Cates, Billy Douglas. That's Buster Douglas's dad. He beat Yaki Lopez, of the aforementioned. He beat Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, a great light heavyweight. He beat Lopez again. Him and Lopez were going back and forth. And then he ran into Mike Rossman at the Superdome in New Orleans. And I can show that fight because my brother, Vintage Boxing, who's got a great boxing channel out there. You want to go see some good classic fights, go see Vintage Boxing. And let's see if I can bring it up over here. Yep, here it is, man. Let's put it on a large screen. Let's share.
Terrible dash.
Yeah, I can't put that volume on there because I might get in trouble, but we will put the fight up there. And you can see, man, we're in the Louisiana Superdome. Huge audience in attendance. Nobody gave Mike Rossman a chance. I didn't give him a chance. I like Mike Rossman, but I didn't think he had a chance in this fight. Hugh O'Brien. I mean, this is 1978. You got to remember this year. We had the wide lapels. Discos were in fashion. A lot of cocaine. Everybody was high, man. You know, we thought coke was did no harm to you. We thought it was a fun thing, just like reefer, but a little bit better. And man, did we all learn the hard way. And all these cats, they're probably all snowbirds at ringside. But great atmosphere here, and like I said, this was the rematch when Muhammad Ali won the title back for the third time against Leon Spinks. So there was definitely history and magic in the air here. And there was a big undercard. I can't remember the fighters on the undercard off the top of my head. But Victor Galindez, he had excuses. He claimed he was 190 pounds before the fight, had to get down to 175. He says he was not motivated, totally out of shape. Mike Rossman, on the other hand, came in lean, in shape, ready to do a job over here. And we're gonna check it out. This fight was too, man. See, these fights are live on free TV, live on ABC TV. Last night we saw a fight that they expected the normal promoter to pay $90 for. And I'm sitting home by myself at midnight on a Saturday night. I'm not at any fight party, and I'm gonna spend $90 like that. You think that makes me feel like any less a boxing fan than I'm not gonna even say. I'm not gonna mention any names, but Joe the Boy Scout who slaps down his $90 like he thinks he's supporting boxing, man. The boxers are going to get paid regardless of whatever you do, however you watch this fight. In fact, they should have paid me to watch that card last night. I was entertained, but man, Canelo Alvarez making himself $30+ million to fight a unranked fighter, never fought a title fight before, never fought a champion, never held the title. So many more deserving fighters to be they could fight in the twilight of his career, Canelo Alvarez. And we don't even want to get into the preliminaries. But here we go, man. Mike Rossman and Victor Galindez, the Louisiana Superdome, September 15th, 1978. Galindez, I don't know how many defenses he had. He must have had at least a dozen. He must have had a dozen or so defenses of the title. Where's my phone? I'll ask my phone. In fact, you know what I can do? I'm going to try this here during the broadcast. I can't fuck around with this because I'll lose the transmission. What can I do? You'll just keep the fight on it and watch that. I was going to go into artificial intelligence to see what they said about the fight. But we can do that when the fight's over because this is definitely a fun fight, man. And you can see Rossman looks like he's in good shape. Galindez, I'm gonna go on a limb and say he had a dozen title defenses because Victor Galindez was fighting everybody at the time, and Mike Rossman was just one of those challenges who Galindez thought nothing of it. He'd come in to take him on. And this glitter bomb is definitely doing the job. It's definitely doing a nice effect on me. Let me take a look at my Facebook and see if anybody's watching me on here. Volume down. I'm on there, but it looks at the beginning of the show, not the. Here we are. Okay, it's here. And let me look at. I'm also on another platform. Bring that down. I'm also on Twitch. Twitch is kind of a cool one, and I've been showing live fights on Twitch. I think they're a little more lenient. I mean, I dropped a free link on Facebook, and they gave me a severe warning yesterday. You know, if anybody wanted to see the fight and didn't want to pay the $90, I was, you know, I'm the Robin Hood out here, man. You know, I give it to the rich, I give it to the poor, take it from the rich. But this fight was a fun night. Like I said, man, Muhammad Ali in the main event, regaining his title from Leon Spinks. And Victor Galindez and the Jewish bomber, Mike Rossman. You can see Galindez. He had a menacing face. He looked like El Diablo, the devil, man. He was a mean-looking guy. He had a handlebar, porno mustache, and he was just a real tough Argentinian. You look at him, man. His style was to maul you, get you against those ropes, unload on you. Oh, big overhand right by Rossman. Mike Rossman was probably his best night of his career. You can see him, he's got the Jewish star on his trunks. And like I said earlier, man, Michael De Piana went by the name Rossman, and that was his mother's maiden name. He was an Italian Jew, and he used the Jewish name in the ring. Snapping out that jab, man, Philly style. Now, Galindez was never in a tough fight like this, man. I mean, never manhandled like this until then. I mean, Galindez had some tough opposition. Mike Rossman was 34-4-3 when he went in the ring. Galindez throwing wild arcing punches. In the past, he could throw those windmill punches and they land. Just very, very awful, very, very sluggish in this fight. Round number 3. And this is back in the day of a 15-round fight, man. These guys, they knew how to mix it up. You had to be in real condition. I always said, man, one of the worst things I could think of, you're getting off your stool and start the 15th round and seeing somebody like Joe Frazier snarling at you and punching his gloves together. Let's take a little look at the life of Victor Galindez. Well, let me see. How many defenses did he have of the WBA title? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he won it. So 10 times he defended the title, and he had 6, 7, 8. He had like 10 non-title fights in there too. Amazing. He had as many non-title fights as he had title defenses. So man, this cat kept busy. You don't see that anymore. You don't see non-title fights unless they lose it on the scale or something like that. But that was a thing back in the day because these fighters had to keep active. They were fighters. They did what fighters do. Oh, there goes Rossman with a nice counter right hand. The end of the round, and Galindez kind of looks at him, nodding his head like, "Yeah, you got me, you got me." Rossman's brother in the ring with him. It looks like Eddie the Clot Aliano out of Philadelphia, Cutman. Muhammad Ali on the inside. In fact, Muhammad Ali's he's in the dressing room right now. He's getting ready to come out there and take on Leon's face. Who's that next to him? That's not Johnny Cash, is it? And there's Leon in the dressing room. I think my brother Leon Muhammad is in that. It's in that mixture too. I think he had I think he had something to do with Leon Spinks's cornerback then. We're in the 4th round of a scheduled 15 rounder. We're in the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, on the undercard of Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks rematch. You can see me starting to pepper with the jab. The most important punch in boxing, the basic, your straight left jab. Ripping with body shots, beautiful uppercuts, man. And I'm watching this fight live and I'm saying, whoa, Rossman's got a chance here. Rossman's kicking some ass. Golden Eye, hey, salute. Galindez not doing much on the offense, in the way of offense. But as soon as I say that, bango. He scores with a nice uppercut on the inside. Rossman counters that with an uppercut of his own. Rossman keeping the high guard, the 1-2. Rossman going downstairs and upstairs. Thanks, Golden. Appreciate that. And these guys are exchanging some hard jabs in the center of the ring. Who's that referee in there? He looks familiar. Have to go on. Let's see. Carlos Baracal from Puerto Rico. Knew who it was, but didn't know the name. He was a extremely popular referee back in the day. Kind of looked a little bit like Wilfred Benitez. Galindez going back to his corner. Ali getting interviewed with his wife Veronica, sitting behind the announcer. See, Ali, in the first fight with Leon Spinks, he came in terrible shape. Leon out-hustled him. Unfortunately, in this fight, Leon came in terrible shape. And Ali just, he did enough to win the fight. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, John Travolta, Liza Minnelli. I mean, we're in the 70s over here, bro. Shit. I feel like I'm doing another shot, another blast of fucking The Rock. Here we are in round number 5. And every one of those cats in that dressing room was coked up, I guarantee it. Liza Minnelli, Travolta, come on. They're going to Studio 54 after the fight. Here's some action. This is what I remember about this fight. Rock'em sock'em robots in a phone booth, and Rossman getting the best of it on the exchanges. But man, Galindez, look at this shit. This is inside fighting in the pocket. This is the kind of boxing you just don't see anymore today. Oh, uppercuts, hooks, and the referee's letting them do their thing, man. Heavy duty inside fighting. Heavy duty inside fighting. Galindez trying to get a few overhand rights in there, but Rossman's staying on him. He's hugging him. He's like his prom date tonight. Just beautiful infighting. Beautiful infighting. Galindez usually shines on the ropes like that, but Rossman is smothering him, not letting Galindez get off. Galindez is starting to hug him now. Something we just were not seeing earlier. But like I said, Galindez was in terrible shape for this fight. He's trying to end it with one punch now. Mr. P, salute. Mr. P, this was a classic fight. I don't know if you remember it. Hey, I am your leader, man. How you doing, brother? On this day, man, 1978, in my fucking crazy year of doing coke, and this was one of the benefits of that year, the blizzard of '78. And Leon with his baby in the dressing room too, man. I should put that on, but let's, out of respect for Leon. Don't tell me this sucker's out too. Oh, it can't be. Come on. I got this strain here. It's called Glitter Bomb. 34% THC, man. Heavy duty indica. It's like a 70% indica. Really brown. Really green. This is the most greenish brown herb that I think I've found in a long time. And I'll dangle a bud up in a sec, but I'm digging on this fight a little too much right now. Rossman moving ahead. Seeing Rossman, he puts his foot down, puts all his weight into that jab. Very effective. Something Balanga could have used last night. Did my music just go down here? I'm gonna have to see if I can do this without fucking up the stream. Get my tunes back on. There we go. Put that back on there. Get back on the. Put that back on full screen. There we go. I need some technical help here, but for a fucking a relic, I'm doing pretty good, I think. As long as we're not getting any feedback or anything like that, man. It was entertaining, but I was expecting a little more offense from Balanga. You know, he tried, but he didn't belong in that ring. I think Canelo could have given us a better opponent for that fucking price, man. For $90 pay-per-view, taking on a. See, this card right here was free on ABC TV. That's why you'll never see me buy a fucking pay-per-view fight, man. The last pay-per-view I bought was I ran Barkley and Thomas Hearns too, because they were switching from analog to digital, and I still had the analog box, and the black box worked with the analog boxes. But for some reason, we couldn't get the Hearns Barkley fight, so I bought it, and it still didn't come in. And they said, "Oh, that's because you have the analog box. We'll come down and we'll exchange it." I said, "Oh no, I'm not going to be here. I'll talk to you later." But anyway, I don't buy pay-per-view fights because they rip me off, and they should be paying me to see to see half of these fights. And this is what I was brought up with, man. Fights like this, quality like this for me. The big fights, then we might have to pay for those, but even then I had a black box, so we always had a way to watch boxing on the sly. I mean, look at these cats are just the number of punches that get thrown in this fight is just astonishing. And Galindez's face is starting to get busted up, man. He's starting to feel the effects of those fucking 8 ounce Everlasts that Rossman's wearing. Yeah, boxing is definitely there's so much of it now. It's like the 80s, man. It's like the 90s. ESPN, USA, ABC, NBC, TBS. You know, this was you could actually see boxing 4 or 5 nights a week if you planned it out right. And this was before the internet. Now, man, you can watch live boxing almost every day. But man, these guys right here, this just brings me back, man. I don't think there's any fights going on tonight, and I'm sick of talking about Canelo right now, so I had to honor these two cats, man, on this special day. 46 years ago, is that what it was? Did we figure it out? We must have. Carl was born in 78. I had this little apartment, third floor apartment, man. I hardly even left the place. I was doing so much. Actually, I did leave it a lot, but nighttime, that was my little George Haven. It was a terrible introduction to hard narcotics in my life, but it's all behind me now. Now we're sticking to the many strains that I enjoy on a daily basis. Mike Rossman poking that jab, and Galindez is trying home runs, man. He's trying to hit him from left field, and Rossman just had the fight of his life this night. And remember, back in the day, there was no 168-pound division. There was no cruiserweights. So 175, that was after you were higher than 160, you had to go to 175. So there were some small light heavyweights, and there were some big light heavyweights. These two, like, they fit right into the division. Neither one of them stepped over to heavyweight. That was like your next logical step from light heavyweight, and none of them ever succeeded until Michael Spence beat Larry Holmes in 1985. Rossman just unbelievable with that jab, just poking it in the face of Victor Galindez. Referee breaks him apart. Yeah, they look more like weapons. Did I ever show you the glove I got that my brother gave me? He said it was. He didn't say, but I remember a long, long time ago. They said it was Rocky Marciano's one of his gloves from his sparring. You want to see this thing, man? I'll show it to you after the fight's over. Oh man, this light is dying. I know I have another one around. And this one's dead. Man, I have to get a lighter. This is excuse me. This is an emergency. I got one. I got one. And the infighting is just amazing in this fight, man. I mean, the referee just let him fight out of it. That's their style. And when you see Rossman start to open up in a little bit, man, I felt bad for Galindez in this fight. He's starting to get hit from different angles now. Round number 9, 15 rounder. This fight's going by fast too. Well, we're not seeing between rounds too much either, but definitely a lot of action. Yeah, they're beautiful shots by Rossman. Nobody expected him to. Nobody expected Galindez to be this timid at the end of the fight. You think the referee today would be in there breaking them up? No, referee's like, no, these guys aren't holding. This is part of boxing. This is infighting. Oh, look at the face of Galindez, man. That right eye. That's that jab, man. That left jab that Rossman's throwing. Galindez looks like he wants to come in with a big overhand right. Rossman beats him to the freaking punch, and he's just picking him apart right now. You don't see Galindez back up too often. Oh, the VCR tape must have been stuck. Rossman's got him in the corner. My screen went down here. Back up again. Fear not. Fear not. Rossman's standing straight up. His features aren't marked at all. His face isn't marked up. But man, Victor Galindez is a different story. He's falling back, man. He's on his back foot. An overly used term on the internet these days, man. And he's trying to throw a home run every once in a while. Rossman sees it coming, gets out of the way, and just counters him badly. And you see that jab is just that jab has been the biggest punch in this fight so far for Rossman. Oh, he moves to his side, looks downstairs. Really nice infighting with the uppercut. Whew. This is Philadelphia fighting right here, man. This has always been the comeback kid. Not in this fight, though, man. And off of Rossman moving those hands, even against the ropes, when Galindez leaning in there, he's just nailing with those uppercuts, working that body. Like I said earlier, Galindez said after the fight he was in no condition. He was sick. He had a bunch of excuses. And they did what boxers do, man. Made the excuses, they got back in the ring again. Not long afterwards. But right now we're gonna catch the waning moments of this fight. Galindez is trying to sneak that right hand in there. End of the round. You see the referee more at the end of the round than you actually do in the actual infighting. Fucking Ben Cartwright. Wow. Damn. Battlestar Galactica. I never get into that. I was, like I said, man, I was way beyond TV back in the late 70s. I was in the jazz clubs and the boxing arenas. Never caught the Battlestar Galactica. Look at the eyebrows on Ben Cartwright, though, man. But I did catch him in Ponderosa. If you haven't seen Ponderosa, man, whew, go catch those reruns. Talk about the way a family should be, man. Ben and his 3 sons. Oh, shit, man. Art Garfunkel, Art, salute. Don't know, Resto's gloves did a bit of damage in the ear. Yeah, well, that was, you know that story. And that was the mid-'80s, early to mid-'80s. Those were the tampered gloves, my brother. Man, Galindez's face is a mess. Rossman just pumping that jab in there. Going downstairs. Galindez pushes him off. You don't want no hugging either. That looks bad. Oh, and these guys are head to head with no headbutting. Oh, big right hand by Rossman. Galindez, no quitting him though. Man, and their styles just mesh so well together. Oh, Rossman comes on with a combination. Toka 2 working overtime in here tonight. Rossman cleaning house on the ropes, the uppercut, the hook. Oh, absolutely, man. Ikabuchi, unfortunately, is a mental case. He couldn't control himself. But Ikabuchi he was unbeatable. From what I saw of Ikabuchi in the ring, man, his fight with David Tua, one of your classic slugfests of all time, with what he did with Michael Mora and Johnny Louise. Come on, he was in a class by himself, but the sin of the flesh got the best of Ikabuchi. Wasted career, man. A Tony Ayala. In that fucking, unfortunately, in that way. But yeah, he would have been a great heavyweight if he had stayed on track, man. It would have been a great fight for Mike Tyson if he had stayed healthy. But unfortunately, Tyson was in prison then. And Rossman coming on. But what ifs? That's if ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk, right? I mean, I just can't get over the infighting. You don't see this today. Rossman backs off to get a little bit of breathing room. Oh, Rossman coming on. Rossman is beating him up right now, man. Galindez trying to get that one home run in there. Rossman moving his hand up. Incredible action. Galindez trying to dig downstairs to the body. A little bit of angle with a right hand. Oop. This was pretty much the round that Galindez spent it all, man. Really wad. And head to head, throwing stiff inside uppercuts and hooks. You can see freaking Galindez's head bounce back. End of the 12th round. They're patching him up the best they can. And Rossman getting his encouragement. See, a fight today, this would be over. That would be the end of it. Rossman by decision. But nope, nope. We got the 13th round, the 14th round, the 15th round. The referee taking a good look at Galindez in his corner. The Argentine warrior, man. 10 title defenses. About 10 non-title defenses. I mean, this kid was just an animal during that time. He looked like El Animal. Victor Galindez. Rossman still pumping that jab, hooking to the body. Oh. And there goes Rossman, man. Rossman looks like he's going in for the kill right now. All his punches on, that was a referee seen enough. Technical knockout, 13th round. Victor Galindez goes there and offers his congratulations. Rossman's just too crazy, too happy. But, man, it was that kind of a night. Mike Rossman finally, after all this time, he wins the WBA light heavyweight title. After this fight, there was a rematch not long afterwards. The rematch was in 1979, a year later. Mike Rossman quit in this one, man. He broke his hand and he quit on his stool in the 9th round. So it was he retired on this. It was Galindez regained the title. Once again, man. Once again, Galindez regains the title. So he went on to after that, man. He fought again, and this was on another one on ABC Wide World of Sports at the Superdome. This was on the Sugar Ray Leonard card, man. This was on the Sugar Ray Leonard and the and Roberto Duran, 1979 on the undercard. And Victor Galindez lost his title to Mike Rossman, and Victor Galindez lost his title to Marvin Johnson, another big light heavyweight at the time. Thomas Hill, my brother, salute. How we doing, my man? We just watched a great fight that happened on this day in 1978. That was Mike Rossman and Victor Galindez. Mike Rossman won the title. A year later, he lost it. He lost it back to Galindez. But Galindez was never the same after that. He had one more fight. He fought the trial horse, Jesse Burnett. And that fight was on, I think that was on CBS Sports Spectacular. And it was kind of a sad fight, man. It was he lost a unanimous decision. But they were like hugging each other during the fight. And there was two fighters who were over the hill. You know, Jesse Burnett has been off for a long time, and this was the last fight for Victor Galindez. Not long after this fight, Galindez was forced to retire because he had a detached retina, and he wanted to become a race car driver, a stock car driver. And he died racing cars. He died in a race car accident in Argentina. I think it was his first race. But he's in the Hall of Fame. And Mike Rossman went on to he never achieved greatness again. And I saw Mike Rossman fight a guy by the name of Dwight Mohammed Kwawi, who came up out of nowhere. and he kicked Mike Rossman's ass. And Mike Rossman didn't fight anymore for that. He's around today, but he doesn't talk boxing. He doesn't follow it. Doesn't do interviews. He was in construction. He's probably retired right now. But yeah, man, Victor Galindez was something, Thomason, bro. And Mike Rossman was something. And on this day, man, 46 years ago, whew, does time fly? I'm surprised I'm still alive. I was doing so many drugs back then. Fucking Quaaludes and Coke. Damn. Drinking alcohol every night. Clubbing it. It was a tough life, but through all that, I remember this fight. It was amazing, man. It was amazing. Victor Galindez, like I said, man, I saw so many of his fights, so many of his title defenses. He fought everybody in the era. He didn't fight Matthew Saad Muhammad. They were both champions at the same time. We wanted to see that fight, but it was the Bob Arum and the Don King thing, and they just never got together. I don't know why. It would have been a great fight. But that's it, man. That's it, man. I just want to honor the great fight between Mike Rossman and Victor Galindez. And I remember watching both of these cats. They both have a real heavy duty place in my heart, man. And damn, if you haven't seen any of their fights, go check them out. You won't be disappointed. Definitely get your IQ up in boxing a couple of points. And hitting on this glitter bomb tonight too made it all go by so nice and smooth. And it's 11:30. I got to get to bed, man. I've had insomnia lately, man. I don't get to sleep till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and by 8 o'clock I'm up. For 6 hours is like enough for me. And we should have a little bit more time than that. And I got my fucking legendary. I got my ZMA from Snackman, my Victor Conte sleep aid over here. But it doesn't work as well as it used to for me. So I just kind of watch like a crime drama or something like that to put me to sleep. 125 Sanama. Where are you, Are you in the United States or are you somewhere else, bro? This glitter bomb is a kick-ass strain. It's definitely doing the job for me. But anyway, I'm not gonna bullshit around here anymore, man. It's late in my neck of the woods, and I'm gonna wind it down a little bit, man. And I appreciate you cats coming in here. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Peace.